Hello and welcome to the Man from Hong Kong review. This is commentary's been done right after the Condorman review because we don't understand the difference in time.
Well, you don't.
Yeah. The covers idea, it was supposed to be brought in for the Resident Evil review actually, but we forgot to get the picture taken, which would have had me taking Michelle Rodriguez's part in the poster. So that was dropped and brought in just for the Man from Hong Kong. But I like that little thing, although it does mean that I have 3 intros to my videos now. One day I'm going to do a video that's all intros.
You just stick all 3 of them back to back?
And then do other ones. Maybe every series I add a different intro.
Suppose you could do that. Hagan review.
I suppose after this, if you're going to get past the 55 seconds of intro, then you know that you are a fan. It's you gotta work to watch Hagan.
Yeah, true.
And there is my Chinese style jacket, which I bought back before the Condorman review. I bought it when I was over in London filming that documentary. I was in Camden, came across it, and was like, yes, I was buying Chinese red and black jacket just for the Man from Hong Kong review. That's the only reason I bought it.
That is pretty.
It is pretty, and I've worn it since, but that's why I bought it. What I actually wanted was a sort of a replica red coat jacket, like the British Army used to wear about the 18th century, just in case I ever go to the States so I can wear it and annoy people. But Chinese jacket was good too.
Anyway, this just took ages to get right, because it was all one continuous shot and either me or Hagan would fuck up our lines.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Australia. I am an Aussie-phile. I do like Australian culture and Australian stuff. I am a fan. I've never been there, but I'm a fan of like the media and things like that. Big fan of things like The Chaser, Sean McKilliffe, John Safran. I listen to his radio show. I'm a big Australian fan. However, one area that Australia is not good and has never, as far as I can tell, been good is when it comes to race relations. Australia, it's extremely, from what I've noticed, there's levels of casual racism in Australia which should not be acceptable in at least the UK, possibly parts of America, but not to say that all Australians are racist, it's just part of the culture. Like, the UK culture is very PC. And
yes, let's get rid of that.
no, I'm fine with political correctness. Political correctness at the base is basically the majority being informed that they can't basically be dicks to the minority without realizing it. It's about weeding out.
Yeah, I realise that, but it just goes mad.
Yeah, a lot of things which are complained about as political correctness aren't actually political correctness. Political correctness is basically telling the majority that using the N-word isn't good or using the F-word isn't good. It's about informing the majority what insults the minority. And to encourage them not to do that by accident. So if you're going to be a dick, you're going to have to own being a dick. That is a good shot. It's about you have to, if you're going to be, it just forces you that
how funny that shot was.
It just forces you that if you're going to be a dick, you've got to own being a dick, and you've got to be happy with being a dick. Yeah. It's not a case of being it back. You can't do it by accident because you don't know any better.
But anyway, back to pointing out things about the review.
Yeah, it's a good review, and I am a big fan of Australia, and I really want to go sometime.
Well, a few shots ago you had an argument with Augustus, the know-it-all minion. That was actually a recreation of something I said when you were having a rant about the stone, and I'm pointing out that it was sandstone.
Yes, that was practically word for word. And infamous.
Oh god, this took us ages to develop.
I think about half an hour, about 7 different full versions and different angles. And
we had to take the drumsticks off Terry. We just had to take it off him.
Edited together well, didn't it?
It did. Went together surprisingly well.
You like my choice of special effects and glows and everything.
Sparkle.
I am very proud of this wee bit.
I remember Neil actually sat and synced up his hand movements to the guitar too.
This is basically grown out of my thing. Story of Ricky had me reacting to the music and sort of playing the piano along to it. Conjurer had me running around in with
Like a
it.
twat.
With it. Then this is a full music video thing. I don't know what we can do for the next time I come across a piece of theme music that I really, really love. I don't know. Oh, Emmanuel, we did something too. I was all like, it's like acting like it's crack and everything.
Oh yeah.
But
leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, I have no idea how we're going to beat that for awesomeness. Sure.
We will think of something.
Yes.
Give me some sugar in the music, and I'm pretty sure I can think of something.
Now this music was
weird as fuck.
It was used for airline travel, although I've taken one part of it from a different bit of the visual. So it's not quite synced up with what music was actually with what visual, but it is the right piece of music for it. It's what they used, but it's just a different part of it. It's fucking weird.
Just think, that running joke of "it must be Tuesday" or whatever came from one pun.
Yeah.
Just one joke I made.
Those two? The two cops? They are one of the heroes and the villain from Mad Max.
Cool.
Toe Cutter and the bald police chief from Mad Max. There you go. I didn't realise.
Gee, I wonder which one was the bald one.
Well, it was Roger Ward, of course, from Turkey Shoot. I didn't realise that at the time. I hadn't seen Mad Max, to be honest, but I do now, and I wish I could have referenced it.
You should have. You should have.
Well, if I'd seen Mad Max, I would have. But why the fuck do you bring them to the fucking Sydney Opera House of all places? What the fuck? Like,
What a tiny little gate.
They locked him in a zoo. Oh yeah, the fight.
Poorly choreographed fight scene. Okay, they do this constantly during the film too. And the first time it happens, you rewind it several times just to see it. Because it was just so funny.
More time! Yeah.
Bad topical joke.
Allegedly, Jimmy Wang Yu actually doesn't know any martial arts, and he uses a stuntman and just, choreography to make him look like he does. Allegedly. Also allegedly, he was almost beaten up by Roger Ward for being a dick while filming this.
I'm pretty sure the Australian police don't use those little tin star things. Smash.
Lord Lazenby. So if Roger, okay, that all the alleged things about Jimmy Wang Yu, check out the documentary Not Quite Hollywood. It's awesome. It's all about the Australian exploitation scene from the 60s to the 80s. It's brilliant. I found a fuckload of films I wanted to see based on that. Turkey Shit.
I actually watched that after you forced me to watch Turkey Shit for the review, and I was really surprised to see Turkey Shit up there. I was like, haha!
That was where I discovered Turkey Shit. That's where I just heard about Man from Hong Kong and Patrick, which I used footage from in Faust and Long Weekend and all. It's a great treasure trove of fascinating films. That's all.
That had to have hurt.
That's Gonzo stunt legend Grant Page. I think Stuart came up with this joke.
Yeah, your brother. Yeah, that has a ridiculously long fight scene.
Yeah, we cut out most of it, and I've only sped up the last section of it. The whole thing is probably about 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, because they had a massive fight in the kitchen too.
I would like to time that to compare it with The Quiet Man, because I know The Quiet Man is supposed to be the longest fight in film history until possibly They Live. This was made before They Live, so maybe this should have been longer until They Live. I don't know.
Is unsafe. Smash. That might actually work.
Yeah.
Also, Bangkok seems to match your ball theme too.
Yes. I'll bang you a cock.
Smack.
George Lazenby, I'm not 100% sure that he doesn't know martial arts, but I'm reasonably sure. Although maybe he did.
Either that or he just has the power of slow motion falls.
Yes.
hurt your hand as well.
I would have thought so. People, I love this sequence. I don't think many people do though. I fucking love the Lone Gunman series. That was brilliant. It only lasted 13 episodes, but get them. It's amazing. I guess this looks worse.
Is it just me? Does his hair grow between shots?
It's Australia, mate. It seems to.
Don't give me any shit. Bad dubbing.
Gets polluted. Rage. I think I probably used one too many shots here.
Yeah. A little bit too far. Where did JFK come from? Just
America.
very funny, but why did you use him for that scene?
Why? It's a famous. It's a famous iconic sort of line in 20th century history of him saying "Ich bin ein Berliner," partly because of it was done during the blockade of Berlin, so that basically saying that I'm really.
Yeah, I am aware of that. I'm just asking why you decided to use it for your review.
The other bit is because he actually what he says and translated properly is what he's saying is I'm a Berliner as a type of cake.
I'm a cake.
So it's equally. It's iconic because it's important. It's also iconic because it's fucking stupid.
Must resist urge to make portal joke.
Oh yeah. So that's why I chose to use it because it's famous and stupid.
This is the second time you've put romantic music over two male lead characters having a confrontation.
Not just that. Both songs are from Dirty Dancing. the reason then they're both the reason is because. I want to do this every time I do a review from a film by Brian Trenchard Smith.
Okay.
Just as a bizarre ongoing joke. That didn't work quite so well as that one. Hungry Eyes worked a lot better.
Hungry Eyes. Martial artist?
Yes, I am a slur I slur my words. This is an excellent, excellent documentary. It's brilliant. It's just. Oh, here you come.
Oh God.
Haven't changed at all.
Just oh God. How many times did you have me dragged out that door too?
3, I think.
Dear God. Took me ages to get this right.
Yeah, but you did well. Although I'm against the wall, so we're looking nowhere near each other.
Yes. If you put us in the same room right now, she would actually be behind me. And gunshot. I need a better weapon. Again, this took a few shots to get that right.
I look very fat in that shot. Oh well, that's the director there in a cameo. He really got injured by the guy.
Yeah, Jimmy Wang didn't really like him at all, did he?
Nope.
Bit the shit out of him.
Elijah Day was very, very jealous that such a young guy in his first feature film had a bigger budget than he'd ever had for films he'd directed. Allegedly. Minion!
Just like you, mistress, they have us hiding in a cupboard.
Indeed. And the Council of Evil and Faust.
Seriously, what the fuck were they doing there in a karate dojo in full karate gis at like 3 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know.
Fully alert and ready to come out.
I don't know. Originally in this, I was going to do a list of badassery. Just a different list of, whenever someone does something badass, giving a list of how badass they are. Like at the very top was going to be Masoyama and Jesse Ventura and people, but it never came out.
Oh yeah.
I think I could stand the pain.
Also a tweak of the nose.
What'd you expect? Acupuncture? I think that was the first time I used This Is Bad Comedy. Possibly, actually.
Yeah,
No, actually Land Before Time 8.
No, right. But that wasn't technically one of your mainstream reviews. That was a part of a collaboration, so it doesn't count.
No, it's a special review. Special reviews are sort of, they're not in
His hair is growing. Yeah, I think you're right about shots with you. They're widescreen. You look smushed.
Well, I did well, with that camera, it's
Oh yeah, there's the stock pixel. It's your old camera.
yeah, like with the widescreen camera. Actually, it doesn't widescreen it. I have to artificially widescreen it with the HD camera, but it's fine. When I was filming, it was after this that I worked out the correct way to work out the aspect ratios to try and get everything looking at least slightly similar.
Mm.
So it's less noticeable now.
Yeah, this was another thing that was dragged out way too long in this film. Seriously. Again, it was another good 5-minute chase scene. Holy shit,
Does he
you're right.
not look like Fezzik the Giant?
Yeah, was it Honor?
Well, Fezzik was the character's name.
Oh, right, okay.
He was Chekhov's hang glider.
Again, over the Sydney Opera House. We believe you're there.
Although that's a little bit less annoying, because it's just there in the background. The other one, they deliberately went there.
Yeah. Didn't he offer to beat the shit out of him for hitting the director?
No, that was Roger Ward.
Oh, Roger Ward.
Roger Ward, who was a former boxer and wrestler. I would actually have liked to have seen that fight. Roger Ward is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll admit that was rather funny. And why does he look shocked when he pulls the pin out?
This is actually, to make this even stupider, he beats I had to cut out this. That whole scene's actually about a minute long. He beats a guy up as he's leaving after he's locked Lazenby in the thing. He actually beats a guy up.
But those grenades usually have a 5-second trigger.
Yes, I know.
Timing in this film is badly skewed.
But I couldn't have kept that in there without making that way too long. I had to cut it down as much as possible. It was already too long. Now, context for this. This is Day to Day doing a thing about Hong Kong and Australia being on the edge of war, and Chris Morris there. Basically, Australia and Hong Kong are at war. This whole sequence, I don't know, it just makes bizarre amount of sense when you have a conflict between Australia and Hong Kong created by Jimmy Wang Yu. It's just very, very long, but I couldn't get to there was no way I could cut this down to get to the point quicker. I wish I could have cut it down to get the point across, but when you have a clip that is about Australia and Hong Kong going to war, and you have the man from Hong Kong, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it fitted in rather nicely there.
Well, the man from Hong Kong, Jimmy Wang, Brian Trenchard Smith basically remade this film with Strike of the Dragon, or One of the Dragon, or the Tiger or something. Panther, Strike of the Panther, that's what it was. He basically a guy from Hong Kong comes to Australia and beats the shit out of people, and he's a cop. Although it was like he remade it into a worse film.
Oh, how could you get much worse than this?
No, Man from Hong Kong's awesome. It's awesomely bad, but the other one's like just badly bad. You got the hero and one of the villains are basically trying to out George Michael each other in their looks. The Cinema Snob reviewed it. The guy where the main character at one point looks like he's wearing an entire Tetris game on his chest. But see you later, Australia rocks. Oh, trailer.
Oh yeah, next review. Let's see. Left Behind. Oh, I can't believe you forced me to watch that film.
Fuck you, Left Behind.
So terrible.
Left Behind, I'm on the record now saying it is one of the better Rapture movies. It is probably the third best I've seen, and I've seen about 16 of them now. I obsessively watch them. Better than it are The Rapture, which I comment on in the video, and Brian Trenchard Smith's Megiddo, The Omega Code 2. And that's because Brian Trenchard Smith, who did Man from Hong Kong and Turkey shit, he clearly doesn't give a shit. And it just has CGI devil fighting Michael Biehn from Aliens. Michael Biehn is the President of the United States. His brother is the Antichrist, played by Michael York from Austin Powers. He becomes a CGI demon and they battle. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, but time to wrap this up. Well, anyway, thanks for listening, people.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Australia rocks.